Hey guys, what's goody? What's goody? Happy Monday, intelligent beef tip and rice. Happy Monday. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, actually. I just hit the like. Thank you so much, sweetie. ATL. Hey, Maquita. Hello, Tammy. So I'm waiting for y'all to come on up in here so we can get this started. It's a lot of crazy mess going on. And since yesterday and today, I've been listening to the same people that were once friends now trying to sabotage each other. I mean, literally going live, calling the popo, man. And if you notice, put a one in the chat. I know it's kind of early. Maybe I'll ask you guys to do it again when it gets filled up in here. But if you notice, Shamar ain't doing too much talking or defending himself. And that's why Elvo's going to end up in jail. And that's why I say, in my opinion, what I say, because Alvo knows that Shamar don't got no control over his life, let alone having control over you know what I'm saying, Alvo going to jail. If they want to call the police to Shamar's address until they catch Alvo over there, they're gonna do it. And Shamar doesn't have no type of respect out here in these streets with a lot of people that he used to rock with, where his word should be his bond, that if he asks somebody to just lay off a Alvo, that they do it. You know what I'm saying? He don't get no respect out here. Respect is earned. And if you ain't getting no respect and your respect ain't been earned, people are they're gonna try you. And they're gonna keep continually calling them cops. And it's so sad that Alvo is so desperate for clout and views and trying to chase a bag that he went and backpedaled back to Shamar. That is so crazy. That's so happy belated Mother's Day. Thank you so much, Life Journey. That is just, I mean, that's crazy work. This dude is willing to put his freedom on the line just to get some views, which equals to money. That's crazy. You can't make that make sense. I know some of his supporters are mad at him. You'll never probably hear them say anything about it, but that's some crazy work. I do. It says I do. You blame him. It's too messy. Everybody gets up on one person. Well, they're all doing it. But Alvo's gonna end up getting locked up. But see, the truth is coming out as well because Alvo lied to his supporters. He was making people think he only had a misdemeanor warrant. If that's the case, why haven't you cleared up the misdemeanor warrant? Why are you running around here with a warrant where you can't even go over Shamar's house freely because you're afraid the cops are being called? Now they're saying that he can't be on the property. He was banned from the property. So even if he did clear up the warrant, if he's on the property, it will be trespassing, even if the warrant's cleared up, if there's any truth to it. You know what I'm saying? We got people in the little circle of going against Alvo and Shamar talking about how they got paid $2,000 to be quiet, hush hush money. So there's a lot of things that are being said, and a lot of them are probably stories, lies, made up tall tales. So you don't know what to believe. LOL. Shamar blocked me. Oh God. But Shamar blocking all his blessings. Welcome. Hey, player. Hey, Savine. Hey, sweetie. CR. Yep. It don't make no sense. It really don't. And then Shamar gonna mess around and get evicted. I saw this homeless short of him, and I seen a lot of people praising him, like praying for him. Not praying on him, but praying for him. And it was just recently after Alvo and Shamar over the last 48 hours, I noticed that they were like recent comment on the old shorts. And I really commend people that still have an open heart even when we know Shamar deserves sometimes some of what he gets. He really does people wrong. He flip-flops too much and he blocks his blessings. He's had a lot of people that have been blessings to him and he has crossed them. Not everybody's been an enemy or a user to Shamar. And Shamar crossed them, and it's really sad that he's going out like this. He knows that Alvo is trying to get them views and he's using them for them views. But it's like Shamar doesn't want to be alone. And that's really sad because sometimes that's where you have to be in life in order to grow. Because sometimes people just don't serve you. You know what I'm saying? And people, places, and things don't serve you. They ain't meant for you, man. And they'll drag you more down into a hole than you. We'll put it like this: we're our biggest sabotagers. We don't need no help sabotaging ourselves. Oh well, he took him off that bond, so he can't do nothing about it anymore. Yep, can't get back on it and nothing. That's what I heard. I'm sorry, but that is disgusting, not crazy. Yeah, man, it's just I don't know. And it's so sad that Alvo is so thirsty for clout that he went back to that. Alvo suffers from the love of money. Right. And they also suffer from trauma bonding. They all have been through some sort of trauma in their life, whether in, their relationships with, in the LBGT, whatever it's called, community. I don't know. It's a lot of trauma bonding going on. And it ultimately is going to be a price being paid. But, like I said, now too, now that Shamar, allowed him back into his life because the truth came out that Alvo was initially lying all along about that warrant. He obviously doesn't have a misdemeanor warrant because a misdemeanor warrant is something that you would go clear up. Usually it might be a fine you have to pay, some type of arrangement or something like that, and that's it. Felony warrant, anything with F, felony, you don't want to get. Okay? And those warrants are serious. He got a felony warrant. I don't care what nobody say, and Alvo knows he does. And not only that, he was on probation. So not only does he got a warrant, he violated his probation. That's a no-brainer. So he's definitely trying to stay away from them courts, a police station, anything of that sort. So why would you get back with Shamar when Shamar was just a couple of days before trying to set you up when he was with Lashun to get you to come over there so he could get you locked up because he said it out of his own mouth that he was trying to do that to you. He even showed the missed calls of you trying to call him on IG. So why would you get for some views, bro? Like, make that make sense. That makes no sense. Oh my God, this dude is like chasing the clout hard. And I told y'all, soon as he leaves Shamar, eventually that clout was gonna drift away. Alvo backpedaling, but he still isn't getting views and still begging for cash apps and still not getting the money used to ride in Ubers, now walking and riding buses. Yup. Wearing the same clothes, all the stuff he said about Shamar. Look at what he doing now. Look at what he doing now. That's crazy, man. This is crazy. Let me see where I just missed my place on my comments. Man, I hate when this happens. Oh, here it is. It says they're going to end up locking Shamar up too. Yep. 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 And if he don't get locked up, he gonna end up being homeless. Because see, he's sitting up there putting his livelihood, Shamar, is on the line. He's putting his housing on the line because they're allegedly saying he ain't supposed to be on the property, Alvo. So why are you sitting up there just putting yourself at risk like that? It just don't make no sense. Yep. Messy doll makes up stuff. Toy. That's all I'm gonna say. I pick and choose my battles, and I'm not gonna respond to what you said, Toy MF. because I'm gonna be good. That's all. It ain't because I'm scared of somebody, because I don't want nobody to even try to be in here thinking that that's the case, because that's not the case. I pick and choose. I pick and choose. Trust and believe. A lot of what's being said, I don't be believing it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Please hit the like button. Let's hit the like button. I can't even talk. I'm talking about hit the like button, but can't even say it. Yeah, hit the like button. Hit that like button. I'm so busy talking, I didn't even speak on the like button one time since I've been in here, and it's been almost 11 minutes. Shamar deserves everything he gets. Fendi took him back after all of that, and that insane to me. It is. It is. Talking about that. Remember talking about that. Let me pull something up real quick. Oh, let me show you something really quick. I'll speak on it after I show it to you. Let me show you something real quick, because this is the time that Alvo, I mean not Alvo. Oh God, now I got him on the mind. This is the time that Shamar's on right now. Let me show you this real quick. Ain't nobody gonna be surprised, but I'm still gonna show you. I love y'all, man. Y'all really support me, hold me down. Thank you so much for all y'all support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. This is not what I want to show you. So let me see if I can go back in and then go and let me see if it'll show. Wait a minute. I'm gonna refresh it because I want you to see view story again. I want you to see the beginning of the post. It might be at the end. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about this because I don't know what he's talking about here.
Y'all haven't started saying that until y'all heard Gunna K say that.
He's trying to deflect whatever he was saying. Shamar is. Shamar, talk about why you back with Alva. That's what you need to do. But this is not what I want you to hear, so that's why it's on mute. I want you to hear. Lord, look at this message that he put up here. So it should come up right after this rant that he's on. But yeah, he's trying to deflect. Shamar knows he dropped the ball, sitting up there taking Alvo back, and that's why he's not on social media going in on nobody, because he knows that he dropped the ball with that one. And I think that he's gonna pay for it royally. And so is Alvo. Alvo knows that he's playing with fire, messing with Shamar. That's why you don't see them together nowhere. I don't know why this ain't showing the message. I might have to just, maybe he took it down. But anyways, Shamar had a message up saying Avery stole my money. He needs to be in jail. So I don't know who's putting in his head that Avery stole his money now all of a sudden. But now he's back on Avery being the suspect. And it just blew me out the water that he even got back on that. Because, everybody has came to the conclusion, Shamar, you probably didn't get even no money taken from you, bro. And you know why I can't find it? Because I think it was under here. Wait a minute, hold up. Don't say this clown is. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. Hold on. Just hold on 1 second. I got to do something really quickly so we can make sure that we got this content popping. Okay, boo? So hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some pippin in it. Just bear with me, babies. Babies. Okay. I'm multitasking. Hold on, babes. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some pippin in it. Okay. So now we're going to look for what I was trying to show you. I think I was on his main page, and that's not actually the page that where's it at? I just saw it. Like, oh my God. I'm trying to see where his second backup page is at so I can show you this. I'll see if I can find it. I should have actually, no, I wouldn't have been able to do it like that either. All right. Well, anyways, I can't find it. So I'm not gonna sit there and worry about it or whatever. I don't want to take up nobody's time, me trying to find some foolishness. Okay. But yeah, he's back on that. I think that Shamar's honestly trying to deflect. That's all. It says they said Shamar ruined a lot of people's money by taking Alvo back. What did it mean? Well, for number one, I think technically speaking, first time, first flight. Um, you know, Fenty was trying to tread lightly with Shamar as father's, doing music with him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the stuff that she did with him in the past, it went viral. She made a lot of money, six figures from my understanding, right? I don't know what her bank account looks like. I don't pocket watch, but you know how people like to talk out in these streets, right? So that, because like I said, Fenty was trying to surely get back linked up with Shamar, but she did not, under the conditions that Alvo wasn't in the picture, is what I'm trying to say to you. And Alvo's back into the picture, okay? She was afraid of that. She may have jinxed herself. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can pull up the interview. Remember when Kay had, I want to say Kay had uh did like a commentary video to it. And everybody is going crazy, man. I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm looking at right now, but it's crazy. It's a lot going on. But like I said, look at it like this. It's like the soap opera. This is commentary. And by Alvo coming, whether I like him or not, put a one in the chat if you hear me say it. I don't care, even Tommy the Gossip. They are creating narratives. And when I say that, I don't mean that people are lying, or I'm not saying that people are telling the truth, but they're creating narratives, they're creating content. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for example, Tommy the Gossip linking up with VAR, Now, I haven't seen any sightings of them at a club or dinner or whatever, but, it was, talks from, the horse's mouth, Tommy the Gossip, that he was supposed to be going to hook up, link up with, not hook up like I'm saying they was going to have sex, but, like, they were supposed to be hanging out and, just doing that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot going on, is what I'm trying to say to you. A lot. And it's just content being created or whatever, but he's messing up a lot of people's money because they're trying to be on the side of Shamar, but Shamar is on his own side. He's wanting to be thirsty, he don't want to be alone, and he wants to deal with being with Shamar. I mean, with Alvo, even though Alvo is using him, he's not really trying to get with him. You know what I'm saying? He's using them. And I'm starting to see this like in my real life, not just on social media, that it's becoming a thing now that you don't even have to be physically attracted to people no more. And they will just deal with people just because they're trying to get ahead. You'll have people that'll be using somebody for a place to stay or to get some extra money to get through the month every month. You know what I'm saying? Because the money they get, they're either messing it up or it's not enough to live off of, and they're using other people to for the benefits of using them. And it's sad, man. It's almost like these are our last days, man. It's like we're in a spiritual warfare or something, man. People, like, their morals are out the window. And like I'm just saying, like, in my real life, people that I thought that would never get down like that, compromise their morals, they're doing that. People I know in real life are literally like laying with people or backpedaling with old relationships just to benefit. It's just sad. It's almost like a form of prostitution. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Low key, what if Shamar is trying to set up? Yep. Good. Marquita, let me tell you something. I thought that too. Because let me tell you why I thought that. It's really strange. And guess what, Marquita? What if Alvo is thinking the same thing me and you were thinking? that low-key Alvo could be getting set up by Shamar. That's why I've been putting up these jail videos. I had one went out at 12:30. Y'all go check that out afterwards. Okay? What if? Because Shamar's been kind of quiet, and he's supposed to be back with Alvo. And Alvo's been kind of distant as far as being anywhere around Shamar beside when they went to the restaurant. He has every right to go to a public place with Shamar just as long as he's not at Shamar's residence. He's probably feeling like he's safe. Something ain't right. You're right. And I thought about that too. You know what I'm saying? I thought about that too. That's just so crazy that you just brought that up. Messi said he was going on tour with him. Yep. I heard that too, Toy. Uh-oh, wake it up. Clock that T. I said tour. And when he said that, it wasn't like I believe what I heard about him saying he was going on tour with Shamar. But the first thing that came to my mind was if he is going on tour with Shamar, if there's any truth to it, it must be with Fenty, because that's the only tour that I can think of that he would be going on tour with anybody with. Alvo still didn't get the Airbnb. He's a bum. Toby Warner, you so funny. When you know better, you do better. You already know. Real talk, Savine. Says 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛, the way he was laid up in that bed doesn't give setup, nor do the videos they posted. It could be. Because did it give up? Did it give off setup when he was with Lashun like 10 minutes before, and then all of a sudden he ends up with Alvo later on that day? Did that give you that he was gonna get back with him? All that stuff he was saying on live that same day. He had some little kid in the background defending him. Shamar did. Put a 1 in the chat. You remember that live? He was sitting, looked like he was rolling up a blunt. He had his background covered. He was at Lashun's house. They was all capping for him, defending him, even a little kid. And that same night was the night that they linked back up. I was in the bed. It says, let me see. Can turn into a felony warrant if you don't show up. Yeah, that's true, because it can turn into a default warrant, because when you go into court, if you miss the court date and you don't show up, it can turn into a felony. But people had said that it was a felony warrant to begin with. It was never a misdemeanor warrant. So I'm quite sure if it was a misdemeanor warrant, it ain't no more. And if it wasn't just a misdemeanor warrant, like he said, he would have went and cleared that up. Shamar has crossed people his whole life. Yep, that's what they're saying. Yep. Hit the like button. You're right. It's free. Man, I'm telling y'all, I've been trying to bring the tea. I hate using the word tea, but a lot of people like to hear it. The word tea. I've been trying to bring y'all the tea that really nobody is talking about, because that's how I really want to do it up here. You feel what I'm saying? I really don't want to bring content to you that everybody's covering. It's content that's relevant and what's happening in the current time, but I don't want to be bringing down the same watered down, you know what I'm saying, content. So that's why I've been trying to do my due diligence. I've been trolling everywhere. You hear me? I've been recording everything and sifting through it with a fine teeth comb, honey. Let me tell you something. I'm about to put something up that Tommy put up yesterday. He was getting on Kylie. That was funny. Ooh, child. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard that live. Tommythegossip had me on the floor. First time looks can surprise you. Yep. And that's exactly what happened. They trying to rock them all to sleep. They trying to rock Shamar to sleep for crossing the girls. And they're trying to rock Alvo to sleep. Somebody gonna catch a bad one. Shamar has mental issues, and Alvo definitely is using him for clout. Shamar is a cow. Yep, a cash cow. Hey, Antonio, how you doing, sweetie? It says, I'm trying just it says I'm just trying to figure out what is the benefit. Go back to Shamar Alvo still is in the position, still homeless and not getting anywhere from being with or without right. And then on top of that, one of the big things that he could have been using Shamar for, he can't no longer use Shamar for because he got a warrant. You know, he got to clear up his legal obligations, so he can't even stay at Shamar's house for a means of somewhere to stay and not have to worry about paying no rent. You know what I'm saying? That would kind of soften the blow from him begging for cash apps and, you know, waiting for his next YouTube check or Twitter check to come in. That would be a benefit, but that benefit has been taken away because of the warrant. And then they're saying that he got a no trespassing on Shamar's apartment, so he can't even be in Shamar's apartment even if he didn't have a warrant. So I don't understand what the benefit of him going back to Shamar is anyways. He's still begging for cash apps. He's, like you said, he's still homeless. He's still wearing that same outfit from 2 days ago. The stuff he got on live. But his clout definitely has picked up a little bit. I'm not going to sit there and say it hasn't now. Let's keep it 100. It has went up drastically compared to prior to him not being with Shamar. So he definitely is getting the clout back where it needs to be. You already know, Savine, sis. I got here late, so I started from the beginning. Alvo needs a place to stay in for someone to feed his depths. Right. Talking about feed. You ever see that monster eat? I can't stand when I see him eat. He be eating like he ain't ate in a million years. Shamar gonna end up getting kicked out of his house for having somebody in the house with an active warrant. Right. And not only that, he's a fugitive. They're considering him a fugitive. And it's like it's almost like they're gonna look at it like Shamar's hiding a fugitive, especially a fugitive. You took your name off the bond. Welcome everybody, thank you, and hit the like button. Talking about that, let me see where the likes are at. I gotta make sure I keep. Oh yeah, y'all are doing good. Y'all are doing good with the likes. Just continue to keep hitting. Thank you, thank ya. Alvo's going lower than Shamar because he is hateful and vindictive. Yep. Shamar is going to lose everything because of pride. Yep. And because of not wanting to be alone, life journey. I agree with you. I thought Alvo and Shamar were together now. They are. They are together. But they're not they're not together like they would like to be. Like I said, there are boundaries right now that are keeping Alvo from being, especially at Shamar's house. That's not where you want to be right now. Shamar already said he's going to get Alvo back over there and set him up after he took his name off the bond. Shaking my head. It's about to get real messy. Yep, you already know, Tiffany. And I be trying to tell y'all, there's gonna be spurts of, it's gonna be dead out here on social media. You're not gonna hear nothing about Shamar or Alvo. And everybody's gonna say, "Oh, they ain't got nothing to talk about now." It's over with. There's nothing. No, it's like the stock market. And and the stock market is life. Things go up and things go down. You know what I'm saying? Just like views. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. It just depends on the day. And what people's movements are. But honey, let me tell you something. These people are trauma bonding. They are dramatic, hurt people type of people. And there's no such thing as everything staying civilized for a long period of time. Okay, before it blows back up again with some foolishness that could be avoided, that they rather not avoid. These people, a lot of them come from homelessness, not knowing where they're going to get their next meals at, and trying to sell their cat to make money. And they're young. You know what I'm saying? Out here in these streets like renegades, sleeping in cars or underneath bridges. So these kind of people are going to do anything, any means necessary to get a dollar. And they're young. They shouldn't even be thinking about these things in their head or even moving the way they're moving at the age that they are. They're so young, but they just don't care. Their morals have been thrown out the window. He's desperate. He wasn't 100% sure if they would really call the police on him. Well, I wouldn't even. You know what? Common sense would have 100% told me that there's 100% possibility if I had a warrant, somebody would call him on me. I don't know who he thought he was. If he thought that they wasn't gonna call the police on him if they knew he was over Shamar's house. That's slow on all levels. Hey, Latoya. I said Latanya. Ooh, child. Sorry, Latoya. Hi, Latoya, sweetie. Hey, cutie pie. No disrespect to anyone, but Alvo's warrants aren't misdemeanor warrants, not felony warrants. I don't have a dog in this fight, but I just like the narrative to reflect what it is. Blessings, SL. Hi, Zion Joy. Take your infected to the clinic ASAP. Hey, Jessica, how you doing, baby girl? Messi and Lashun doing it. Lashun be doing it consistently. I think he doing it more than Messi with the call. If you're talking about calling the popo. Says please smash the like button. Yes, I believe Alvo is putting that in Shamar's head that Avery stole the money. Like I said, don't believe it was any money in the safe at all. I don't either. I'm starting to believe because Shamar, if somebody put in his head to say he got robbed, whether it was for an insurance job or just to say it, just to get his clout back up and everybody's views up and you know just getting stuff to go viral, whatever the case may be. Shamar messed up that whole plan because he's just walking around, social media like he didn't get robbed. So, nobody really knows what to believe with that. Ain't nobody take nothing from horse. He tried to use Avery to cover up his wickedness. Alvo can't really work his set because if he goes over there, he risks the chance of getting locked up. Yep. He can't work his set at all. So in a way, it wasn't really worth him even trying to get back with Shema. But you know what else too? I honestly think that it's coming already to light that Alvo don't really want to be with Shema. I mean, or we know he doesn't want to be with Shema. I don't really feel like he's making a really big effort because okay, so what? You can't be with Shamar at Shamar's house, but why can't you just take him around with you to all these places that you go and hang out with your friends? Joy, look up what happened when you miss your court date. You get a default warrant, player. Toby, oh, hello, Toby. I don't feel sorry for Shamar at all. He brings all of the drama on himself. Well, yeah, but I think he likes drama too. Sometimes people live for that. What's good, Latoya? He's too calm. I say the same thing. Hey, Frederica. It was never a robbery first place. This is not a surprise that Shamar took him back. It ain't no surprise with me. Put a one in the chat. I've been told you they was gonna get back together. I said you listen to that mess if you want to about all that nonsense Shamar was saying about Alvo. Please, Alvo get in his face and blow on his ear. He be, hey, daddy. Shamar's all smoke and mirrors. Please. I'm trying to tell you, honey. Do you, Tommy? Oh no. What is it? It says anybody who lays with Shamar is disgusting. Shamar has been coughing for years. I believe he's sick. I don't know. I ain't got his health record. Shamar is very incorrigible and believes whoever he feels cares about him. Alvo knows that. People will want him and Shamar on their show because it boosts his ratings. It also about the Benjamins for Alvo, right? But I will say I might not care too much for Alvo, but when I wanted him out of the picture and away from Shamar, not because I was defending Shamar, because I really can't. I don't care too much for Alvo, but I'm not gonna lie to you. When Alvo was on the set with Shamar, and they were breaking up every other day, it was comical, and that was like some of the best commentary that we had when they were going back and forth, because there's always drama between them two. Every other day they're breaking up for less than 24 hours and then they're back together. He acts like, and what used to make me crack up, which was so comical, they would like break up and it would be a real breakup, but they would make it seem like they were storylining us. And it's like, nah, you ninjas ain't storylining nobody. Or he would do a storyline breakup, Alvo, with Shamar, and then redirect somebody to one of his vlog videos. Alvo would. So basically he would drag Shamar's name for filth and then use him in his vlog, like to redirect traffic to a vlog video. And I'd be like, if Shamar can't see the light at the end of that tunnel, I don't know what to tell that boy. But Shamar just wants to be loved. That's what it seems like to me. And he gonna take it any way he can get it. And I know, you know, it is what it is. That's all I can say. I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. You know what I'm saying? We all know what time it is with it. And so SL, your tea is always. You keep it neat and clean. Much respect. Thank you, Jessica Griffin. Thank you so much. Yes, we are in a spiritual warfare. People are losing it big time. I'm trying to tell you, we're definitely in the spiritual warfare. And I'm telling you, I'm not only talking about on social media. I'm starting to see this in my real life with people I know, and they're dear to my heart. And it's like they're losing it. It's just, I mean, like it's one extreme to the next, and like it's gotten so bad out here just in general, not even on social media but just in the world. Like you don't even know what to expect from people nowadays, man. It's like people got demons inside of them that are embedded. I don't know if it's something that's in the food or the water, but man, a lot of disappointments, man, in people. Him invading the law will make the task harder. Yep. Shamar not trying to set him up. He's addicted to companionship. And yep. And there's people in real life, not just Shamar, that are like that too. And even if the person that they keep going back to, or making themselves available to, like how Shamar is with Alvo, is not good for them, or they be disrespecting them publicly, behind closed doors, whatever situation is, when your self-esteem is low like that, that's all you expect for yourself, you know but it's so sad because I feel like if you can't be alone, you can't be with nobody. You can't be with nobody, and people need to understand that. But it is what it is. Yeah, make sure y'all continue to hit the like button. I appreciate y'all for coming in here and also hitting that like button. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do. I really do appreciate you guys. But like I said, if you like it, I love it. You know, I just, I just, for me going forward, just speaking in general in my own life, you get to a point where you put up with so much from somebody, and then you just got to start loving yourself enough that you just take your power back and stop letting people just do you any kind of way. Because if you continue to let a person do you wrong, they're gonna continue to do it. You got to set boundaries. And I don't feel like there's any boundaries. Shamar's just letting anybody and everybody just walk over him. Then he wants to play like he's a victim later. Alvo back in the basement. Oh, you must have saw his live this morning, Toby. He was just live a minute ago. They all was live when I was live. I don't know if they all still live, but I'm doing my live at 1, so I don't care who doing what. I'm doing mine, and then I'm gonna keep it moving. Eddie is definitely up to get his bag up. Eddie Kane. Oh God, Eddie about to dip on horse as soon as that's what I said too. I said I believe he's trying to get up money for that Houston apartment, the Houston trip, the airfare. Maybe when he first gets there, maybe some days stay at an Airbnb, and then maybe get an apartment with first last security deposit money type thing, and he'll mess around and dip on Shamar. But then again, playing the devil's advocate, he might, whatever his plans were initially when he was with Shamar the first time, he might see that out. He might go back to plan A, not plan B. He might go back to plan A, which was stay with Shamar until his clout gets to where it needed to be in the bag, skim off the top of Shamar for as long as he could, and also get a cut of all the booking money that he gets booked for. I believe that he's going back to be able to really seal the deal on all that. Have residuals coming in off of Shamar's bookings going forward, and stop complaining to us about how Shamar's not paying him for going on these bookings. And he gonna make sure on the front end that he gets the front and the back end or whatever is owed to him, that he's gonna agree to ask Shamar for going on these bookings with him. Because he's definitely gonna start going on them bookings with Shamar. He's still with Shamar in another month or so. If Shamar got a booking, he gonna be on the booking. Shamar doesn't use his head. He never does. Shamar is very quiet now. I said the same thing, Latoya. Yep. I said something ain't right because he's just too quiet. After the post he posted up when him and Alvo got back together. That's crazy. Ma like attention. He ain't thinking like that. It says Alvo is also easily replaceable. Someone can hit Shamar up today and he'll start talking to them. Yeah, that's true. And that's funny you say that, player, because I also feel that way too. I feel like if somebody was to hit Shamar up and Shamar was attracted to them and they really was giving him the time of the day, like for an example, if really VAR played it through and kept pushing up on Shamar, Shamar would have ended up messing with VAR. But obviously VAR really wasn't on that time. He was all talk. He wasn't gonna take it where Alvo took it. All that trying to sleep with him and all that just to get ahead. He said, nah, I ain't doing all that. Yeah. That's why Messi's so mad. His trip's been canceled. Jessica. Ah, boy. I think he's quiet because it's not solidified if you aren't underneath Shamar 24/7. Shamar is practically sent. Right, that's true. You're right, player. But I mean, hey, what can Alvo do? He's got to go clear up them warrants, but the chances are him clearing up them warrants, he might be looking at some time. I guess this time that Alvo ain't willing to do right now. Very quiet. Don't nobody care. He disrespects his mother. He's sorry piece of Tabitha Sweet. Fendi don't care for Alvo at all. He won't be going to tour with him. Yeah, I know he messed that all up. Somebody asked earlier, so what does that mean now that he's back with Alvo? How is that messing up people's money? One, because Fendi's not going to deal with him. Because, see, Fendi is not even really, it's not really Fendi making the executive decision that she can't work with Shamar. It's the people that pay her. You feel what I'm saying? That they're saying Fendi. You need to tell Shamar Alvo's got to be out the picture, or there's no deal. I don't care how viral or how much money he can bring to our organization. We're not putting Shamar on our portfolios if he has Alvo in the picture. They don't want. It's just trouble. It's bad for business. Lashun said he was going to keep calling the police to Shamar's house so they can catch Alvo. You already know that, but they're not going to catch Alvo. I don't think Alvo's going to ever go back to Shamar's house. Shamar probably, I don't know. I'm trying to give him a little bit of credit. Shamar probably will most likely end up moving before he's able to be able to go to Shamar's house. And even then it ain't safe because you don't know who Shamar may have told where he lived at the new spot. That's why he said Alvo messed up the money. Right, Toy. Player, he won't turn on Alvo if he's getting the attention he wants. Alvo just knows that he has to keep playing the fiance role. Alvo's gonna lock him down and marry him quick. You think, wait a minute now. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. You think, Antonio, that he really is gonna go all the way there with it and marry Shamar? That's crazy. Wow. Well, we'll see. It says it is all about to go down. They all know how to work together to get money. It says Shamar should feel embarrassed for taking Alvo back. If you find Alvo's mother's house, you find Alvo. I've been watching Horse for 10 years. Cutie, why would you be embarrassed? Lashun only mad at Alvo because because he's not gonna be able to con Shamar. Well, yeah, but you know what? Like I was saying before, I don't know if y'all listened to them videos yesterday. It was too much ab-libbing going on. It was too much ab-libbing going on. When they had the ample opportunity for about a good 2 months to use Shamar as a cash cow, if that's what they were trying to do. I'm not saying that's what they should have did. I'm saying if that's what the intentions was, why are you ad-libbing and what you gonna do to Tommythegossip? Tommythegossip's knowing his position. Tommythegossip's doing what he needs to do. Tommythegossip is working his 9 to 5. Tommythegossip is getting to the bag. He's talking about Shamar. He's talking about this. And he's talking about that on his channel. Minding his own business, staying in his own lane. And all that time that they were being chatty patty and ad-libbing and acting like little kids when we all know that they're young adults, they should have been getting to the bag. You left Shamar open way too long and didn't position yourself to start doing content, whether it was on IG, which IG you don't get paid anything unless you have an endorsement, like a brand deal. With IG, then you get paid off for that, but you're not getting paid off the videos. But you could have took your work to TikTok or YouTube, Bigo, or wherever, and Shamar would have followed you, and you would have got your subscriber following up. You know what I'm saying? And you would have got your views up, your clout, whatever you wanted, and you wouldn't have been like right now looking stupid, high and dry. So that was on them. All that ad-libbing didn't get them nowhere. The one thing I can say, Tommy has been right about Shamar. Messi and Lashun would turn on Shamar. Yeah. I hate to say this. I don't like Lashun. And that's just my opinion. He's in the basement. It says everyone that lay up with Shamar needs to go to the doctor and get checked because Shamar still has the nasty cough for a minute. Everyone keeps saying that. Shamar has the attention span of a dog. If you are underneath him, he's chasing the next thing. My bag, not 10, it's 8. Has that location already. Because Alvo called him out about being nasty. Yeah, Alvo put it all the way out there. And when he used to get mad, he used to bring it up all the time. But I think what put the icing on the cake is Avery with his thirst bucket behind self. He put out a video of the roaches crawling all around the bedroom, on the dressing, on the floor, on the carpet. I said, wow. Tommy is messy as hell too, though. Tommy's mad because he no longer is in Shamar's circle. I mean, they're all mad because they're not in Shamar's circle. Not just Tommy, but at the same time, I don't think Tommy wants to be in Shamar's circle, because if he's in Shamar's circle, then he wouldn't be able to talk about Shamar. Him not being friends with Shamar is how he's making his money. Being friends with Shamar is not getting him no money. He's been getting his money from him and Shamar on a fallout. I know they feel dumb defending Shamar, and now, oh yeah, big time they feel dumb. So, and now they're ready to report both of them. Yep, about to report Shamar's money and report Alva to the popo. Yep, these people are all sick, in my opinion. The reason they don't care about their health. It says it's crazy. I don't know, man. I can't call it. I don't see nothing good coming out of none of this. That's all I can tell y'all, honestly. It says he tried to cheat on Alvo in Alvo's face. Shamar has no loyalty. The same pillow talking Alvo does can be repeated easily by the cloud chasers. Yep. You ain't never lied, player. Who has roaches in their bedroom? Shamar. They showed Avery got mad, got all in his feelings when he found out that Alvo was back with Shamar, and he posted a picture that he recorded when he was at Shamar's house. Before he cleaned up Shamar's house, he took a before picture of how his house was looking, and you could see roaches crawling on the dresser, inside the dresser, on crawling alongside the dresser drawer. I mean, on the floor. The roaches are on the floor, on the carpet. Ooh, child. I said, oh my goodness. Yeah, that house is infested with roaches. That's the truth. That's crazy, man. Take a moment and show the light. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Shamar has roaches in his bedroom. Yeah. Well, that's where he showed them at. It could be other places too, but I'm just saying that's where he showed the recording at. Mm-mm-mm. Shamar has roaches all over the apartment, right? If you see him, if you can see with the visual eyes to record 4 or 5 roaches just crawling around like they're on vacation in Aruba, you know they're all over the house. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Now, I do believe in if you see one roach and you kill it, that don't mean there's a nest of them somewhere. If you keep your house clean, you definitely won't be seeing a whole bunch of infestation. But if you're not taking care of your spot, you're gonna see infestation. I know that is crazy to have roaches in his bedroom. If he had a car, they'd be in his car too. It'd be everywhere. Cause see, they hatch eggs. What did Albert really do to have a warrant? It was for don't get me the line, but I thought it was a warrant because of Clue not showing up for court for a domestic with Clue. Yeah. Y'all, and these storylines saying anything. Wow. Yep. Please hit the like. So I got some more content coming out today. I got something that's gonna have y'all laughing if y'all didn't see it, but I'm gonna put it up today with Tommy because he had me cracking up. And honey, he was funny. It was about Kylie. Kylie was in a pipe dream, and Tommy had to set him right, get him right, get him right. Lied to the cops and certified. He's a certified liar. Mm-hmm. Do y'all think if he wanted, like the police would have been knocked in his mama's door? What y'all think is going on with that? Yeah, that is kind of funny talking about that just vibing. I really feel like if they really were looking for him, they would have found him because he's on camera freely. And if somebody was and people know the mother's address because it's been put out there, thanks to Messi. I mean, that's one person I know that knows the address. I don't know if SHAMR knows it and put it out there where his mother lives at, but I know Messi has. And I'm quite sure there's a possibility people have saw him on live and got the information from Messi's live, the times when he was doxing, Alvo's mother's spot. That's what it's called, doxing, which is against the law in a lot of states. I don't know how every state is, but it's against the law because it's something that's not a safe practice to be giving out people's addresses because you don't know who can go over there and do something to that person. But when it was put out there, you would think that the police at least would have been over there one time to check to see if Alvo was there. But I haven't heard anybody saying that the police has showed up to the house. Mm-hmm. It says it is two Jacqueline Smiths on this live. It is? SHAMR been raving real bad. The people are knocking on the floor telling him he's making too much noise. SHAMR said he's gonna call ICE on them. Oh no, sir. Something about to go down. Watch out. I already know. Trust me. What do they call it? The quiet before the storm. I always knew they get back. I always knew they'd get back together because of the aftermath of the original breakup. You don't go back and forth with someone you don't care about. Yeah, and that's funny you bringing that up because quiet is kept. A lot of people are saying they believe that not SHAMR, Alvo caught feelings for SHAMR. And, I go back and forth with that thought too, that I really think that he might have a little thing for SHAMR. But he's so on image. Alvo is, he kind of sort of plays it off like it was ultimately just to use him for clout and get his bag up. We all know that definitely plays one reason why he wants to be back with SHAMR, but I think he started catching feelings for him. Sometimes people can grow on you. Yeah. So I don't know. We don't know. We'll probably never know because these people are liars. His crime is not that bad for them to be wasting their resources like that. But if someone calls to his mom, I'm sure you'll get him. Yeah, they'll look his name up, see he got a warrant, and they'll take him in. They definitely will do that. All right, guys, I'm about to get off. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Hit the like button. Okay, and make sure you share the video. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on, option all, so you don't miss any of the live. Salute, Cyrus. And I will be talking with y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Bye for now. Mwah.